Hello, everyone. I want to thank you for taking the time to take a look at this. Something that I think from experiencing it myself, I can have some say in hopefully getting some people to where they can get some help. Whenever we hear are directly affected by somebody who commits suicide, the first question we ask is why. Um, I'm not a famous person. I'm not a musician, a rock star. I'm not a movie star or TV personality. I'm not a politician. I'm just an everyday Joe. And I hope that when I share my story, I'm hoping that it helps someone. And in the end, it will answer why. Um, 6 years ago, I was involved in an accident at work that was both devastating and debilitating. Um, I live in pain 24/7, and I get no relief from it whatsoever. Um, the medical profession, my previous doctor basically gave up on me, basically told me how sorry he felt, that there was nothing he could do for me, and that things were only going to get worse, that there was no way things were going to get better. Um, and basically, when I went to see him, I talked to his back while he typed in the computer, and thank you very much. I'll see you again in 3 months. And that was basically the extent of my health care. Um, I knew I was in trouble and I needed some help. Now, my plan had always been to drop dead at work one day. Um, so when that was taken away, I lost my identity. I lost my purpose. Um, I lost my self-esteem. Um, Pretty much my life has been in a downward spiral for the last 6 years. As I stated, I needed help. So I called one of the depression hotlines and talked to the person who answered the phone. Um, Told them my story, told them that I was feeling worthless, that I was feeling useless, that I had no desire to even get up in the morning, um, that my personality had changed, and everywhere I turned, the doors were getting slammed in my face. So after I told them my story, they told me, well, you really need help. And they gave me another number to call. So I called that number and I went through my story once again. Um, and again, at the end of the story, I was told, you need help. Here's a number for you to call and they will get you the help you need. So I called that number with the same results. Um, I ended up calling over 60 numbers that were given to me so that people could help me. But in the end, the bottom line is, out of the over 60 calls I made, I was told either A, my insurance didn't cover it, B, my insurance they were not part of my plan, or see, you know, that the only way they would help me is if I could self-pay. Um, I actually got to sit across from a desk from someone who cheerfully smiled and told me that um, my insurance either A, didn't cover it, or B, there was a copay which was equivalent to 1/10 of my monthly income for every visit, which I'm on disability and I have a fixed income. I get $593 a month. So a $60 visit just isn't feasible. So I sat across the desk from these people while they cheerfully and smiling at me told me that, you know, they'd be more than willing to help me if my insurance changed or my ability to self-pay changed. In the meantime, there's nothing they could do for me. So after my 60 plus phone calls, that was the result. I have somebody sitting there across the desk from me telling me that my life means nothing to them, that my ability to pay is all that matters. And through um, my situation, I just am not in a position to pay. Um, so the medical profession has not helped. The so-called mental health officials will only help if I have money to pay them. And so that basically leaves me depending on my friends and family. Um, Sadly, I have learned that friends and family are not dependable. Um, you got to understand something when we talk about depression, and it gets to the point where you're contemplating, giving up that fight. For me personally, calling somebody or texting somebody and asking them for help, the last thing I need from that person is being told I'm lying, um, or being told that I just need to suck it up um, and snap out of it. If depression were that easy to deal with, then we wouldn't have all these helplines and foundations and supposedly resources available to help somebody who's dealing with depression and suicide. If that were the case where you could just turn it off and suck it up, we wouldn't have had 47,173 suicides and 1.4 million attempts at suicide in 2017. The thing people have to realize is depending upon how you react to the person who's reaching out to you and asking for help will determine whether or not that person decides to fight the fight for another day or decides that it's just no longer worth fighting the fight. I understand we all have our lives. We all have things that we're doing. We're busy. Um, the last thing we want to do is deal with somebody who, should be able to take care of themselves, but because of this disease they're suffering from, they're not able to. Me personally, I have reached out to friends and family, and basically I have received three responses. I either get totally ignored, um, I get told that it's just not convenient for them to help me out, or my favorite, they tell me they're going to help me, they're going to come help me, but then they never show up. Um, so you're feeling worthless, you're feeling alone, you're feeling like you have no purpose. And then when you reach out to your friends and family, you're ignored, or basically lied to, or basically told, you know, you're not really that important, that I need to upset my routine, or need to make adjustments to my everyday routine so that I can come help you. Um, and when you're dealing with depression and you're feeling those feelings and you get those responses, it further pushes you in that downward direction where I have literally laid in bed for weeks, sometimes months, not caring. And I had one person that would text me every few weeks and say, "Hey, how's it going?" And for that person, I am extremely thankful, because I don't think I would be here if that person didn't text me and say, "How are things going?" Um, Even though that's as far as it got, just having that one person take the 30 seconds it takes to text somebody to say, "Hey, how are things going?" Um, that kind of helped me through my darkest days. Um, so we got we got a serious problem in this country with with depression and with suicide, and until we start putting a priority on helping those people that need it, we're going to continue to have these problems. There's going to be more lives lost, more families devastated. Um, I understand that friends and family, see, everybody thinks that, there's so much help out there that, if somebody ends up actually committing suicide, that, you know, obviously it's their fault because there's plenty of help. All they had to do was reach out. And that may be true if you have insurance that covers it, or you have the ability to self-pay. If you don't have those things, then it is impossible to get any help. So you are left with friends and family as your support. And sadly, friends and family, when you take away all the excuses and all the BS, basically you're just not important enough to them to basically have them change their routines. And that's basically the bottom line, what we're talking about here. Um, you strip away the excuses, you, you strip away all the bull crap. That's what you're left with. That person who is struggling just wasn't important to the friends and family for them to change their routine and to reach out and help them. You know, one example from my experience, I was really struggling one day, And I don't normally do this, but I posted some songs on Facebook. I posted a link for the Beatles video for Help, and John Lennon singing Stand By Me. And in the caption, I wrote, all I need is one person. That's it. One person. All I need. Not one view, not one comment, not one share, not one anything. Basically, very harsh reality when you come up against that and realize that the people that you supposedly thought cared about you really don't care. You know, that their lives are just too busy to help you out. That's not what's going to get me. Okay? I live in pain 24/7. I have 3 hours of mobility every day. After that, I'm in bed or on the couch, unable to move. So eventually, when my day comes, it'll be for that reason, because I've decided that it's just no longer worth fighting the pain. And as I said, I've gotten no options from the medical field. Basically, I'm told that I'm not getting any pain meds. I'm not getting any kind of help whatsoever. So I'm basically told that I either just deal with it, or eventually I would have to turn to the street to find some kind of pain relief from the streets. Me personally, I'm not going to go down that road. So eventually, I'm going to come to that day where I wake up and I just decide that it's no longer worth it to fight the pain. So I'm hoping that, at least in my case, when my day comes, at least people will know why. The other thing is, I'm hoping that when you see this video, that you would share it and post it. And hopefully this will go viral, and hopefully we can get a discussion going on really what the problems are that people are facing when they're facing the depression and the contemplation of suicide. And we can get the people the help they need. And hopefully there will be lives saved, and there will be families that are not torn apart by this tragedy. I want to thank you again for watching this video. Please share it so that we can get the word out. Thank you.